Hi, I'm Matt from Tubby Tarot, and today I want to talk about ethics. Ethics for tarot readers. What do you do, what should you do, and what you really shouldn't do? That's coming up right after this. Hi, and welcome back. Okay, today I've got 5 ethics that you as a tarot reader should abide by. And you should write these down, okay, and you should follow them. They are on my website. Go there, click on ethics, and you will see these 5 ethics written down. I'm going to read the ethics as they stand on my website. I'm going to read them off the website, and we'll go through each one. Okay. Ethic number 1. I will serve the best interests of my clients, conducting my professional activities without causing or intending to cause harm. What that says is be gentle. Be gentle, be kind, but what is your, how kind should you be? How gentle should you be? You have to, in your mind, draw the line in the sand. I'm not going to cross that line because that is the line of harm. Anything over that will harm my client psychologically, physically. When I say physically, they might actually go home and try and do something silly. Emotionally, mentally. What is that? Where is that line that you draw in the sand? As a professional, have a look at that. I don't answer 3 questions. I don't answer questions that are directed at somebody else. If one of my clients wants to pry into somebody else, I don't answer that question. I don't answer the question, when will I die? And I don't answer the question, where will I die? So those are my 3 harm lines. Okay, that's the line I draw. Okay, your next one. I will treat all my clients with equal respect, regardless of their origin, their race, their religion, their gender, their age, or their sexual preference. Now, this is a hard one because we all have a certain bias. How does this work? It works by, again, you deciding what you want to do. If you don't want to do readings for gays and lesbians, don't. Okay? If you don't want to do readings for people of other cultures, don't. I'm not saying it's a nice thing to do, because I believe that we are all spirit. But hey, you know what? If you don't like Chinese people, you don't like black people, you don't like old people, I can't stop you from turning those people away. But be very careful in how you do this, because it will come back and bite you on the ass. Okay? Be very careful who you turn away and how you do it, because I promise you, you will end up in court at the click of a finger. Okay? You all know what I mean. You all read the papers. You all are online. You all have Twitter and Instagram and YouTube. All right? You don't want to be the next racist, ageist, sexist, bigot YouTube star out there. All right? So just be careful of that one. Number 3, I will keep confidential the names of my clients and all information shared or discussed during readings unless otherwise requested by the client or required by a court of law. Let's deal with the court of law thing first. If somebody comes to you and they say, I want a reading on how to kill Mrs. Jones next door because she doesn't recycle. Okay? I think I've been watching too many John Waters films, but anyway. It is really your responsibility to report this to the authorities, because this is some serious shit, man. But if Mrs. Jones comes in and says, you know what, I'm having a problem with my husband, I know that he's cheating on me, can we check the cards and see what blah, 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 you have just as much of a responsibility to keep your mouth shut. You can't suddenly, after a reading, go online and start dashing out on Facebook about this woman that's just had, a miscarriage, and the cards say she'll only fall pregnant again in about 6 months. You can't do that, all right? It is a violation of your client's privacy. People come to you with their darkest, deepest needs and wants, their darkest questions. They come to you in times of trouble. They come to you when they are at their lowest, when they are anxious, when they are afraid. Don't take advantage of that, and do not divulge their secrets, their emotions to anybody. Don't keep notes. I don't keep notes on any of my clients' readings. Gone. When you walk out that door, when I switch my computer off after doing a reading, that's it. It's gone. So please watch this one. Confidentiality. Okay. The next one. I will recommend clients consult a licensed professional for advice of a legal, financial, medical, or psychological nature that I'm not qualified to provide. So many of us tarot readers and psychics and people in the esoteric realm, we really think we're psychologists. We are convinced that we know exactly what is best for everybody. Now, we don't. We're not psychologists, we're not psychiatrists, we are not doctors or stock exchange brokers, okay, financial brokers. People, we interpret the cards. We are not here to give medical advice. We are not here to give financial advice. If you are a licensed professional and you are doing this as a side hustle or as your hobby, separate the two parts of your life. Try not to, let's say you are a doctor and you see something in the client in front of you. Don't do an instant diagnosis because of the cards. What you can do is suggest that they go and see somebody. Hey, you know what? Just the cards say you need to just go for a little checkup. If you are not a licensed professional, don't stir the pot. Don't get involved in something that you know nothing about. You will end up being sued again. Okay? You will be held liable for what you say. Okay? And the last one that I want to touch on today is I will respect my client's right to refuse or terminate their reading at any time, regardless of prior consent. Now, I agree with the second half of that ethic. I disagree with the first half. If a client constantly phones, books, and then cancels, phones, books, and then cancels, it is your right to not see that person, to refuse to book them again. I give clients one chance. If you mess it up, there is no other chance. I don't want you as a client. I don't want that energy. You are not ready for a reading. And so I don't want that energy in my reading room or anywhere near me. Go deal with yourself until you are ready for a reading. Okay? The second half about terminating a reading whilst in an actual reading, I fully agree with. I believe that people can get very emotional. I know this for a fact. I've seen it in readings. People get too emotional to continue. In many ways, sad, angry, perhaps too excited, okay? But most of the time, it's an overwhelming rush of emotion that will make someone say, whoa, I actually can't carry on with this. I'm just too emotional, I can't do it. Also, as a reader, you need to watch for the signs. If you see your client is getting too emotional, try and calm them down, or suggest that they come back at a later stage, okay? It is your responsibility to lead the reading. That's why they've come to you, okay? So watch for that intense emotion. Watch for when you can stop a reading, when you should stop a reading, or accept their right to stop the reading. And then what you should do is either refund them their money, okay, or what I do is I rebook the reading for the next week. I generally wait a week, let them get sort of control of themselves, let them take a week, and then they will come back to me. All right, because I still have their money. So I owe them that reading, even if it was them that cancelled it. Okay. All right, 5 ethical things that you should follow. It's been great spending some time with you again, and I will see you on the flip side. Bye.